catching flight tonight with someone very special.
Hi, I'm Fiona.
Where are we flying to, love?
We are flying to Los Angeles tonight.
So, love, what kind of hair are you doing today?
Today I'm doing French twist, but this is my third attempt already.
Oh my god, you had a bad hair day.
I don't know, so you better leave me alone. I don't know why today I don't have the feel. Normally I just only one take will do for my hair. Today I'm a little bit tense.
So after 10 minutes, finally.
Okay, finally today I needed to have the fifth attempt to.
You look good. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a bit of gel.
Yeah, I still have a lot of baby hairs though.
So you're preparing food for tonight?
Okay, so I'm preparing my food stuff for tonight, later on to eat in flight. Because normally I don't take in-flight food anymore.
Why? Why is that?
As flying for 20 something years. Yeah, so I just bring my own food. Okay. Okay, so being healthy, my favorite broccoli, and also the salmon, which is ready to eat. Okay, so for a long flight, we will bring in check-in suitcase, the big one, normally for my personal belongings. And this is the carry-on, the hand carry for in-flight. So normally,
yeah, what do you have inside these carry-ons?
Okay, so normally I will have the hot water bag for me to go for crew rest later on in flight.
Oh, look at this.
Yes, I'm a big Miffy fan. And of course, we'll have all my food stuff in this chiller bag. Yeah, so and then I can consume them in flight. So they're ready to go in my hand carry. Okay, now what I'm doing is preparing for a flight. And for tonight, we got 13 cabin crew and 4 cockpit crew.
Does everyone write down like what you've done? You wrote, you wrote down manually like
that's
this.
That's right.
It's old school.
Okay. So this is my own logbook, which is this is my culture that I have been writing my own logbook since my first year joining Cathay. So I got 20 something logbooks already.
So what kind of stuff do you normally have in your handbag here?
Wow, definitely passport. Okay,
yeah.
Passport. You make sure that you have your documents, Hong Kong ID, of course wallets, money, and a lot of lipsticks. Yeah, makeup pouch, and earpods, and of course, most importantly, hand cream.
And what a night, because this is the first time I'm catching my girlfriend's flight, Fiona's flight. She's operating as a crew. I will be the passenger. We're flying together. Right, honey?
Yay!
So darling, how do you feel? Did you rest well? Did you nap before the flight?
I did nap, but not enough because someone was disturbing me during my nap time. But it's okay. Yeah, I'll take my first group rest later on.
I'm getting excited too because it's a night flight and there's a lot of feelings on these long-haul night flights. And what makes it better than flying with your girlfriend together, right? 其實個隧道都係一件好浪漫嘅事嚟嘅喎 ，Honey。
係，我都好認同係嘅。
我哋影張 selfie 啦。Okay, goodbye, love. I'll see you later.
Okay, I see you later in flight.
See you later. Bye. See you. Just reached the airside of the airport. Usually I always catch flight alone, right? And tonight it's going to be very different. I'm kind of excited. I don't even feel like wanting to go to the airline lounge. I just want to go to the gates, be one of the first to board a flight to see my girlfriend. That was perfect timing. Just came to the gates, went through the security check, and saw them walking up the jet bridge, operating the flight. Just caught them.
Have a nice flight.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello. Long time no see.
Hi, hello.
How are you?
How are you today?
Good, good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Okay, the other side, turn right.
They're still refueling. Can you just double check because we need to start the refueling now.
Mom, the refueling already disconnected now.
Right, so we received over 700 in addition to what we asked for, just for information.
You need more months, right?
Say again?
You need more fuel?
Negative. We have been overfueled. It's okay, but we just want to let you know to the refueler that this is quite a lot in addition to what we normally get and what we ask for.
Okay, well, I will double check with the truck now.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Hi, I'm Captain Gary, and I'm the captain for the flight CX880 from Hong Kong to Los Angeles. Joining me in the flight deck is First Officer Catherine and First Officer Baron and Second Officer John today. Flight time to Los Angeles is 12 hours and 10 minutes. And at the moment, we're just sorting out a refueling issue, and hopefully it should be done in about a few minutes, and then we should be on our way. And expecting smooth conditions initially, and then a bit of turbulence over Japan, and then the second half could be a little bit bumpy.
Oh, it's okay. The iPad is error.
iPad error. Oh, okay.
Now it's
Yeah.
11.3.
Yeah. Okay.
I see.
Yeah. Now the because the refueler iPad has got a wrong number with the fuel figure, and we've sorted it out now, and just waiting for the new load sheet, and then we are good to go.
What's our takeoff weight tonight?
Takeoff weight tonight is 326 tons.
So we're below the limits.
Well below the limit.
below the limit.
Yeah, well below the limit. Yeah, no problem today.
Something very shocking just happened. We're gonna be delayed for sure, not because of mechanical or anything. It's because one of the passengers gone wild and unruly. When he came on board, he sat in first class, but he actually had an economy class boarding pass, so the crew removed him and he went back to economy, but he started being very angry, very aggressive, and hit one of the crew. So now they're waiting security to remove him. It's unfortunate.
Okay, sir. So please look up in
Yeah.
I'm the security.
Oh, very well. Thank you very much to have helped me.
Thank you. You're disturbing all the other passengers.
No, it's not me. It's not me that I disturb. I was quiet, sit down on the 72 place, and the member come to call me to come in this place. The best thing is that me and the captain go together.
Can you?
財物有個機喺嗰度，喺呢度，我哋會幫佢 handle。
Follow them to go.
And the trolley.
Yes.
In front, the black one.
Okay, I will help you. Okay.
誒，security check。
I am so sorry to see this happened because the person he hit is my girlfriend, the senior person on this flight. And of course I checked on her, she said she's fine, and he hit his chest like that. And and the crew informed the captain they decided to offload him because he's not fit to fly. it's not a great experience. We're told to sit down right now, and the crew is performing security check because the flight's going to the US. But I'm gonna check with Fiona after takeoff. Hopefully she feels better. At least I'm with her all the way.
Again, this is Fiona. We've got an incident on ground. One economy passenger, he tried to sit on first class, and then we asked him to go back to economy class, and then he tried to upgrade himself to sit in business class. Of course, I went to him and then asked him to go back to his original seat. All in a sudden, he became unruly and then hit on me. Luckily, I got some of the passenger as my witness, so I reported to my manager, and the manager called up to the captain, and captain confirmed that he has been being unruly, so that's why we offloaded him. So we go back to the gate, and then we call on security on arrival, and then offloaded him at the end. Okay, now we are presetting for the supper entree breakfast. So my colleagues, they are presetting the card. So we are ready for the supper serving. Small tray, and you got all the juice and the soft drinks. Okay, for now, after we're presetting the entree, so this is what we call the car top. So we will prepare all the drinks. Fresh. Okay, we never double that. It's not jumbo. Okay. So I will come back to you. Yeah. Okay. So everybody ready to rock?
Okay.
You want to get something to drink first? You want to get something to drink
okay,
first?
thank you.
So okay. Entree choices. Everybody? Yeah. Okay, so I will give them a call and you guys can go. Okay? Hi, we are ready. Okay, then let's go. Okay, let's go.
你係咪出名喺國泰做嘢好快㗎你？
我
係啊，
係啊，
我真係唔好阻你做嘢，因為我真係揾死喺度。
唔係 OK 嘅 OK 嘅。今日呢個 aircraft type 係好好嘅，it's easy。
我見你好準喎，計啲時間，你知道幾時啲 bread 會 run out，你 replenish，你啲 timing 好好喎。
That's why you need experience.
It's 3 a.m. Hong Kong time. After takeoff and seatbelts removed, I went straight down to check on her. But she's such a tough cookie. I think she's just back to her work mode, like getting all the food out because it's such a late flight. Everyone's getting hungry and sleepy. And then I'm going to check on her again. Now the seatbelt sign is back on, so I'm sitting here and waiting for my food as well. But, you know, so crew 真係好辛苦. I think that they had a hard time as a crew with these unruly passengers hitting on people. The other day I saw this, people try to open doors in an aircraft. That's crazy. And also watch how thieves, there are thieves coming around, stealing cash, wallets, watches. So better just wear all of these instead of put them in the, you know, on the table or something, because you never know, there are thieves walking around the cabin these days. living the dream.
Yay, okay.
All right, enjoy.
Let's go for a rest as well.
All right, please take some good care.
Night night.
Bye. So we're back. So she had a crew rest for 4 hours and I passed out in my seat. And now I join her again, more than halfway to LA now. But I think it didn't turn out to be the way we want on a flight. When I found out it was you got hit by him, my heart sank. Same time I had this helpless feeling. I was just worried, but you know, I can't go back to punch him. I get myself removed from the flight as well, right? Yeah. How do you feel now, darling?
Okay, actually I feel much better after the crew rest, but honestly speaking, during that time I was super shocked because according to my memory, this is the very first time that passenger really punched on me. Yeah, so
well, he punched on you. He didn't.
Yeah.
I thought he was just doing, you know.
no, he did really punch on me.
You still feel hurt? Physically?
Now much better after the crew rest. Yeah, but
I knew the supervisor, the in-flight manager, was offering
Yeah.
you MadLink.
That's
the MadLink
right.
is what is
Yeah.
exactly MadLink?
Actually, it's the satellite medical center. Yeah, so basically it's between cabin crew or passengers. If they feel sick or unwell, then we can contact the
Through the cockpit, they will send a message
send
to
a message to a
the medical center to devaluate.
So, yeah, and then they will advise you what you can do.
Yeah.
But I have to say that I thank God that I have a very good team of even ground staff and my manager, the whole staff crew of cabin crew and cockpit crew. Every one of us liaise very well. So we offloaded the passenger within half an hour.
And also without using force,
That's right.
force dragging him
That's
out.
right.
You know, it was
Yeah.
like a good coordination.
That's right.
You know, within 10 minutes, the police, the security
Yeah.
guard came on board, and everyone was booting him out. And it was
Right.
like, you don't deserve to be on
That's
this
right.
flight. I think lots of people are curious about how do I met Fiona, right? We didn't actually meet on a flight. You know, when they always say catch flight, not feelings. I did exactly that. I never met her on a flight, but I met her in Cathay Training Center in the mock-up cabin. So it also looks like an airplane. I met her in the first class cabin of the mock-up while she was doing her first class refresh training, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was interesting. We met on the ground, but inside a mock-up airplane. When I met her and then we found out we had lots of common things. We're both from Hong Kong and we both immigrated to Australia. We had our education in the same university, New South Wales, in Australia. And we both came out of Australia and worked overseas. So immediately there was a faction because we also worked in aviation for so long. We're the old seafood, if you understand what old seafood means. We worked at 20 plus years. Experience, right? There was a lot of people asking me, do you have any tip how to date a cabin crew? I didn't really have much of an experience on that. But I feel like, oh my God, you stop doubting me. No, but I came on flights. I always worked on the flight. I film you guys working.
Right.
You guys walk from to the back all the time. I film you from to the back, and I film the cockpit. I film the ground crew. I felt like it was very, very interesting to see how the crew life is.
That's right.
But I think if you want to date a cabin crew, you really need to be in aviation. There's a high chance that in this industry, in aviation, the crew dates crew, or the crew dates ground engineer, the crew dates a pilot. That's very common because there's a common language. When you talk about flying CX261 to Paris, within the aviation circle, within Cathay, people would know what you talk about. But if you talk about, I'm going on 261 with a stranger, he wouldn't have any idea. So you're flying on a 380, you're flying on 747. So there's a lot of technical language in our industry. So that's why I felt the connection is there. The passion is the main thing again. I think aviation is a passion-driven industry. If you don't have the passion, you wouldn't be here for 20 years, right? That's why we are still here and why we're still loving this.
Yeah,
right?
It's true, yeah. Wow, this is the classic one. Back to during my very junior time,
Hong Kong to Dubai. On this flight, I was working in business class, and one of the passengers traveling with 2 bodyguards. And actually, is this shaker? They call shake.
Shake.
Yeah, it's a shake. Traveling with 2 bodyguards. The 2 bodyguards came into my galley, asked for my name, and then actually during the whole conversation, I did not talk to the sheikh directly. So just only the 2 bodyguards doing the communication. And all in a sudden, the bodyguards came to the galley and saying that, okay, our master will give you 300 camels, and asking me to move from Hong Kong to Dubai, and then he will offer me 300 camels. But during that time, I had no ideas what is that about. So I think, of course, I immediately turned him down. So he got so mad at me.
I'm so glad that even 300 camels didn't move you, and I got a chance here.
Okay, so you don't have even 1 camel.
Wow. So, but well, I have a heart here, right?
That's
I gave
right.
you my heart.
Yeah.
Time just flew. We have 3 hours to land. While I'm eating this, is my favorite Hong Kong food. 呢個呢就係焗豬扒飯 big pork chop rice with tomato sauce. I always heard Cathay Catering have this, and this is my first time. It actually tastes really, really good. It's one of those childhood memories when I'm eating, and what's better than having loved ones together with you on the flight and eat together and hang out together, right? I think you really earn my respect. I'm not just saying it because imagine that passenger earlier, the unruly one. If he hasn't been uploaded, he could have gone hell on 12-hour flight and create really hell for everybody. So I'm really glad he's gone, but I still felt a bit of a trauma, and I think you are also trauma as well. And, if you're in a relationship, you have to went through a lot of things,
Ups and downs.
ups and downs, right? Yeah, but this is just the beginning of me catching her flight, and I hope all the flights in the future is going to be very smooth. Product-wise, I found the current Cathay Business Class still one of the best out there. The seat is long enough with nothing on top of my leg during the full recline. The food is also very homey, and I got a belated birthday card surprise from the crew before our landing.
See you next time, Sam. Bye.
Hello, here she is. Nice to see you again, babe. Welcome back.
Thank you. Finally landed in LX.
Such a hard flight, but
Yeah, I know. But finally, we made it.